sex week, and to think that Jabari is already suspecting Tariq of sleeping with his professor is the beginning of the big problems. For the writer to use 48 laws of power to manipulate individual characters in this particular episode and coming up episodes, trust me, I think this is an amazing way of writing. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nino. I'm back again with another review of Power Book 2 Ghost episode 7. Now I'm going to talk about the problems that are coming up in these episodes that I believe is going to escalate into different series of problems in the coming episodes. Now, problem number 1 is Jabari suspecting Tariq having something to do with his female professor. I think this suspicion alone is something that is going to make Tariq a victim of something he is not doing. Now, problem number 2, since Monet is out of weight, Tariq is out of weight, and the app is blowing too fast with a lot of demands, I believe it's going to make people start talking, and once people start talking, it's going to expose a lot about the app and the reason why people are complaining of not getting their orders delivered to them. With this unavailability of weight and Jabari tracking Tariq over the professor, he will end up finding the app and he will end up figuring out exactly what Tariq is doing on campus with the app, and I believe it's going to cause Tariq a whole lot of problem. Now, problem number 3 is Ezekiel's sex with the professor with no condoms. I know someone will say, how did you know they didn't use condom? But I have this feeling that they didn't use condoms because some of the condoms were left on the table, and someone can also argue that, okay, what if they have more than that? Fine, that's not a problem, but deducing from Ezekiel's physique, I don't think he's someone who likes to just jump on condom and start using at once. Maybe it's the professor that would demand that he uses condom, but what if they didn't use condom and they slept with each other? Should we smell a pregnancy coming up? If a pregnancy comes up, who is going to be responsible? Now that Jabari knows that a student is sleeping with the professor, if she gets pregnant, Jabari will be quick to know that a student got her pregnant, and if he doesn't clear his doubt about Tariq, that it's not Tariq who is sleeping with the professor, is going to implicate Tariq that Tariq got the professor pregnant, and this could be a very huge problem for Tariq. But with denial, it will probably give pressure to the professor to clear Tariq's name as the one who has impregnated her. I see this as a very huge problem that could be coming up anytime soon. And we all know, as soon as they found out that Ezekiel is having something to do with the professor, is going to be very explosive, as she said herself, and it's going to be a whole lot of problem for both Ezekiel and the professor. I think the professor can even be expelled from the school. So this is something that is going to be a crucial situation that will pan out in coming episodes of Power Book 2 Ghost. If you have a different thought, just start leaving your comments in the comment sections as we go along. Now, problem number 4, Sax and Riley as family. So Tariq has figured out that Sax is Riley's uncle. Now, he kept this to himself without saying it, which is also going to be another problem. But I believe Tariq is going to find out every motive of Riley and trace it back to Sax. Once he traces it back to Sax, it's going to implicate Sax in the first place for setting up someone against Tariq as a spy. If Riley truly loves Braden, and for her to have a choice and have her relationship back, it only means one thing. It means she has to commit her uncle and open up to Braden and tell him that she was spying on Tariq and her uncle wanted her to do so. And once this gets to the ears of Braden, knowing very well that the kind of business he and Tariq are doing, he knows very well that once Tariq is exposed, he is equally exposed. And I also think Tariq better tell Braden about Sax and Riley before it is too late, because if Tariq keeps this from Braden for the second time and Riley decides to come out clean and told her that, okay, this is her uncle, this is what he does, before Tariq comes to say that, okay, I saw them in court, I believe it's still going to create some mark on their friendship. Now, if you think about Ghost and Tommy, you realize that it's the same characteristics that is playing between Tariq and Braden. Now, Ghost used to hide a lot of things from Tommy, and Tommy will find out his own way and get angry with Ghost. Exactly what Tariq is also doing. He's trying to keep things to himself. Now, Braden is going to find out, and it's going to be a problem between the two of them. So, if you do this comparison, you compare and contrast the character of Ghost and Tommy to that of Braden and Tariq, you realize that these two guys are playing younger versions of Tommy and Ghost. Now, problem number 5 is Tariq and Drew handling the guy that Monet shot. Now, this is not going to be a problem for Drew, but I think this is going to be a problem for Tariq. Why? If that guy's body has been found and they decide to do fingerprint investigation around the body, trust me, Tariq will be found wanting, since I believe he puts his hand more on the body than Drew. And also, with his shirt, I don't see the reason why Tariq hasn't learned from his parents. Well, someone can say he's a kid. He shouldn't have sent that dress back to the school. Tariq should know better that he should have burned that dress immediately when blood spilled on his dress. I think if Tariq makes a mistake, this dress can become an issue, because up till now, Tariq hasn't even figured out or made any comment about the gun Diana took from his bag some time ago. Tariq hasn't even noticed that his gun went missing. So if Tariq decides to play that carelessness with this dress that has been stained with someone's blood, trust me, it's going to implicate him big time. Problem number 6, Tariq becoming a target to Kane and the cop. Kane and the cop, I believe, will run things together, and looking at how their demeanor starts speaking in the last episode, you could realize that the cop is not happy about Monet just as much as Kane is not happy about Monet's actions. Now, if the two collaborate or decide to work things together, I believe they are going to worry Tariq very, very much. Problem number 7, if he leaves the dress there without working around it or disposing the dress, and Riley comes to the room, or Braden comes to the room to see the dress stained with blood, it will start giving question mark, and they will start asking questions and start suspecting things. And trust me, Tariq will start having tough time with his friend. Now to problem number 8. We all remember Epiphany Turner, the lady who used to bring her kid to Tasha's daycare and who also helped Tariq to move a little bit of weight, who works at the strip club. Now, if Sax gets hold of this lady as he has pulled a file out, I'm sure we all know Sax and what he can do. He can compel this lady to testify big time against Tasha. So at this moment, Tasha's life is at risk when it comes to Turner. Now, this is how Sax might probably compel this lady to talk. We all know she has a kid and she so valued her child. Now, if Sax know all these details and he moves to this lady just as he has moved to Paz and the rest, he's going to use the child as a bait. That also comes back to one of the 48 laws of power. He's going to use the child as a bait for her to be willing to testify against Tasha as the queen pin, because he could probably threaten her that he will send her child to foster home if she doesn't agree to testify against Tasha. So trust me, if Sax is still the Sax we all know, if he gets hold of Epiphany Turner, then trust me, he's going to compel her to declare Tasha as the queen pin. Now, problem number 9. Monet and Lorenzo will have a problem because of Kane. The way things are looking right now is not so healthy, and the statements coming from Monet that he is mine also give me another room to think that Lorenzo is not really the father of Kane. But I believe Kane is not even aware of his paternity. Maybe in the future, when he gets to realize that, okay, Lorenzo is not his biological father, maybe he will now come and understand that, okay, this is the reason why he treats me this way, this is the reason why he feels differently about me, and so forth. So with what Lorenzo did to King and Monet finding out without him telling her, I believe he's going to bring a whole lot of friction between the two of them as to who is the head or not. Finally, had it not been that Tariq showed up at the bar, trust me, Monet would have had a difficult time dealing with that guy, because where she put her gun was a bit difficult for her to reach as a woman. So had it not been Tariq who came up at the right time, trust me, it was going to be tough for Monet, and that would have been a very big problem. I don't know if all of you have seen this, but I realized that Rick has a little bit of Ghost in him, a little bit of Tasha in him, a little bit of Tommy in him, and more of Kane in him. So you could see that once this guy is dealing with different set of people, you realize that he exhibits every trait of all these individual characters that he grew up with, which is Ghost, Tasha, Tommy, and Kane. Now, if you like this video, kindly like and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let's keep the conversation going. If you also notice a problem that is hidden somewhere that could bring a future conflict, kindly state it in your comments and let's keep talking. Until then, I'll come back with another video. Thank you all for watching.